Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So I'm Lou Thomas and I appreciate you coming on here. Hey, if you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, maybe hit the like button so I can get some more views on this videos I'm doing. Hey, so if you like me over the last few months, maybe a few years, I've been packing on a few pounds, happens, right? So anyways, I decided, okay, what can I do? So I started going to the gym. Things were working out pretty okay, but then of course the pandemic hits, right? So I'm like, man, okay, can't go to the gym, I don't want to get the virus and all that stuff, so then I build my own home gym. So that works out good, but then you get bored with it, right? It's like, oh man, this is boring, just being in my own little gym thing with nothing else to do, nothing to see. So I'm thinking to myself, man, what can I do? So I don't like running. You can't really do any real sports anymore anywhere. So I'm like, okay, let me think, what can I do? What is the solution? So then all of a sudden I start getting into bikes, right? And the problem is I'm not going to wear a bunch of like latex or whatever that stuff is, what do you call it? The tight-fitting stuff that the cyclists wear, all that kind of stuff, the spandex. No, that's not me. So I'm like, okay, I'll do mountain biking. So I get into the biking, but then it's so hard, like I go too far when I can't make it back up the hills, right? So then I'm like, okay. Then I start reading about these electric fat bikes. So I'm like, electric fat tire bikes, I should call them. So I was like, all right, let me give it a try. So I gave it a try, and here's what we got. So here it is. I'm excited. It's the Himiway Cruiser all-terrain fat tire bike. So this thing's a bad boy. This thing does like 28 miles per hour. It'll go like 40, 50 miles or something crazy on a charge. That's big enough to fit me. It's kind of supposed to be a really big bike. So anyway, so here we are. So I'm going to go through the unboxing, and we're going to unbox this bad boy, and we're going to kind of put it together real quick, and I'm going to tell you what I think as far as the build quality on it. And then I'm probably not going to ride it because I'm in Colorado, and of course today the temperature is like 30 degrees. Of course yesterday was 60 degrees, today it's 30 degrees, and I don't have any real kind of biking cold weather gear yet, so I got to get that, I guess. But anyways, once I build it, I'm going to talk about the build quality, and then I'm going to show you all the upgrades I'm going to do to the bike, because I was so excited to get this bike. It took a while to get here, right? So I just started buying all the upgrades that I thought I would need for it. So anyway, let's go through and let's start unboxing this bad boy. So, let me grab a knife. Here we go. Okay, so we got pretty much everything unwrapped. Actually really well packaged, really, can't really complain. Don't see any issues. There's a little bit of a scratch right here on this fender from shipping probably. I'm not sure how that would have got there. Not a big deal though, because the luggage rack is going to go over it. So basically it looks like it's in like, really just like, two components really, just bolts on the rest of it. We'll throw the wheel on, handlebars, front fender over here. So you have a pretty cool luggage rack that comes along with it. It's a one-piece kind of deal. Has a little mount here for the light that's going to go on here. This is a wood. It's kind of like a laser burn-in finish on here. Here's the front fender that they include with it as well. So you get the front fender as well. Let's see. This is going to be the actual bike stand as far as the little parking stand. And then you have this little box here full of goodies. So let's take a look at what's in here real quick. All right, so we got a little Himiway hat. So I'm not a huge hat guy, but it's kind of cool, right? So got a little hat here. Okay, we'll try that on later. And let's see, what else do we have? Okay, this looks like it's for the front wheel. So this is going to be for the front wheel to hold that on. What is this? This is what is this here? An instruction book. Has any guy ever read an instruction book? How does you go to IKEA, you get like the little end table kit and you end up building it and you get like a, four-piece like kitchen dinette set out of it until you realize that you didn't read the instructions. But anyway, here's the instructions. So those will be handy, I guess. Let's see, what's this? Oh, okay, we got the front light. That's kind of cool. I've read pretty good things about it. Apparently this light is really bright, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, some hardware. A little multi-Allen wrench type deal. This is kind of nice. So they give you a little tool kit like this, and it has all different kinds of tools in it, and all that kind of jazz, and sockets and all kinds of stuff to put in your bike bag. Let's see, the hardware. Pedals, these are pretty decent. They got little knobs on them and stuff for your boots or your shoes, whatever you're gonna wear for it. Battery's already installed. It's a 48 volt battery. Now look at this box here. Aha, okay, so this one's the charger. So we got our little charging unit right here. And of course the cord. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. So give her a try and see how it goes. Hopefully we actually get a one-person mountain bike type deal out of this, and I don't end up with a unicycle, since I probably won't be reading the instructions, right? So let's give it a try. Okay, so the first piece we're going to tackle is going to be the handlebars. That way I can kind of flip the bike over and work on it while it's kind of a little bit more stable and stuff. So pretty easy to do this. We got the front assembly here. I'm going to put an Allen key in here, pop these off. Let's see. Okay, looks like it's a 4mm, so I'm just going to take this off and we'll put the handlebars on real quick. What I'm going to do, going to go a little bit out of sequence actually, is I'm actually going to do the little luggage rack thing. So, to do the luggage rack, it looks like there are these 4 silver little screws. So we're going to pull these out real quick. Maybe. Put this one out. Come on. Good. There's one out, and then there's another one down here, and obviously there's 2 more on the other side. So we're going to pull those out real quick. Now we'll put the luggage rack on. So I'm just going to take it, pop it on here. Really looks like it only goes on one way, so it looks relatively foolproof. But we have been fooled before on other projects. So I'm going to get this side in. Get one screw in. I'm just going to start these. I'm not going to go very tight with them since I want to be able to actually move it around a little bit so I can get the other side in. Take the glasses off, see what I'm doing. Okay, so the next part is going to be this bike light, or the brake light. So we're going to mount this on the little bracket on the back of the luggage rack, and you're going to have 2 little itty bitty screws that are going to go into here. Now, in hindsight, had I read the instructions, which of course I didn't, I think we should have put the light on before we put the luggage rack on. But anyway, that's in hindsight, so let's keep moving on. Okay, and obviously once we got that on there, we're going to kind of bundle this together and we're going to hide this wire underneath the luggage rack. So there we go, and so we got the brake light on. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, like I said, I'm going to put the front wheel on. To do that, I'm going to flip the bike over. So these things aren't cheap, right? So I got a piece of cardboard here. Just going to kind of lay it down, move this wheel out of the way for a second. And then I'm just going to flip the bike over. So, and these things aren't exactly light either. I think it's around, geez, I don't know, 80 pounds or so. So, flip it all over. Handlebars down. Boom, there we go. Oh, okay. Take this piece off as well. And there we go. Now we got a good stable platform. I'm going to put the wheel on, we'll put the pedals on, and all that kind of stuff, and we'll keep on moving. We'll put the kickstand on as well. So, here we go. So we got a rover. Okay, so the next part we're going to do is we're going to do the pedals. So these are Wellgo pedals. I have no clue if that's a good brand or what it is, to tell you the truth. But anyway, pretty simple. These are 15mm. The little tool that you got with the bike, the 15mm, will work on this. But if you have a wrench, why not just use it, right? So let's put this on. Just kind of finger tightening it just to start it off. There we go. Big little wrench. And a little bit of torque on there. There we go. Good to go. And of course, just repeat it on the other side. Okay, so the next part we're going to work on is going to be the kickstand. And I think it goes like this. So it did come with the kind of screws already installed into the actual kickstand. So you got to unscrew them. And then we're just going to pop them on here. So this is going to go behind. And number one end. There you go. Second one, don't forget your washer. I'll put them on in here. There you go. Going to tighten that up, obviously. And boom, there it goes. Good to go. That was easy. Wipe that off a little bit. Boom, we're getting there. Kickstand off. So the next part we're going to work on is getting the front fender on the front wheel, obviously. So front fender comes like this, sort of kind of attached here. Comes with, again, some 4mm screws. So let's give this a try. So, take the screw. Oops, a daisy. Right. And the other one. Okay, so the way it goes is that some mounting tabs here, these go into here, and then there's another mounting tab here which goes into kind of the front of the fork assembly here, just in front of here. So maybe I should have put the wheel on after I put the fender on. Hopefully it fits. So let's give it a try. This just comes around, snug it up on the tire. There's that bracket. Oh yeah, we're good, so no problem. Okay, so this one's going to go up here. Let's put a screw in here. And put our little nut on here. And these are all 4mm Allen keys again, or Allen sockets, so that's cool. They're pretty consistent as far as the size goes. So I'm just going to finger tighten that one up a little bit. Let's go around to the other side. Oh yeah, if you don't have one of these little dolly chair things, man, these things are awesome. If you're detailing your car or doing anything, it's the way to go. You'll thank me later. I mean, believe me, this thing's awesome. So, next side, Allen head facing out of the bike. Pop it in. Okay, so we're getting closer to the end of the build. So the next one we're going to do is we'll install the headlight into this assembly. So I'm just going to kind of move the fender here. There's going to be some hardware that comes with it. The light that actually goes through this bracket, or the bolt that goes through it, is going to have a screw head on it. Okay, so you're going to use that for the bracket to the light. There's going to be another screw, which is going to take your bracket to the bicycle, basically. So I'm just going to pop this one through here. I'm going to pop it through here. And then it's going to go through the hole in the fork, basically. There's going to be two bolts, basically, or nuts. Put the nut on. And like I said, I'm just kind of hand tightening these for now because I just want to kind of get through it and show you how to do this real quick. Okay, next one. I'm going to run this wire under here. It's going to have a red plug. It's going to be very obvious it's going to plug into the other red plug. And actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go on top. I'm just going to hold this here for a second. Take the next screw and nut. Pop that through. Come around the other side. And put the nut on. There we go. And obviously, like I said, just adjust as you need to. And don't forget to plug in the wires. You know, you can kind of run these however you want to and tighten them up, whatever you need to do. They only plug in one way. Just kind of look in there, line the plug up, and plug it on in, supposedly. All right, folks, so there it is. Pretty much done. Everything's put together, and we're good to go. Here's the Himiway bike in her stock form. As far as the actual build quality, while I was building it, I was looking at it, it's really good. I mean, I don't see any real flaws at all as far as in the manufacturing. All the bolts went in where they're supposed to go easily. Nothing was stripped out, nothing cross-threaded or anything like that. They gave me all the right hardware to put it all together. Things look really good. Let's see here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The front suspension is working great. Gonna have to work out how to adjust this stuff, but I'll let you know on that. Everything just went together really easily. I'd say, without having to do a video, obviously, maybe probably like a 30-minute build, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But everything was really good. I mean, like I said, I'm really impressed with the quality. I love these tires. These are awesome. Like these juggernaut type deal. That's really cool. And yeah, just ready to go. Cool thing is the battery is ready to go. It has a little like test light here. You can press and it shows you like a little scale as far as how the battery charges. And of course the head unit shows you that as well. And of course this bike has that cool digital display type deal. So if you guys can see that, but it has this digital display up here, which is really awesome. Gives you the battery, run time, speed, mileage, all that kind of jazz. Really easy to do controls, disc brakes, pretty nice seat as well. So yeah, I'm pumped, man. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited. It just is such a bummer that it's 30 degrees out, but yeah, well, I might take it for a ride anyway, right? What the heck? So there you go, guys. Himiway Cruiser, ready to go. Size comparison, I'm about 6'5". I mean, this thing fits awesome. I mean, it's just a really good bike. So I've got it set up, I think, the way I like it. I do have some options I'm going to put on it. I'm going to put I'll show you the stuff I'm going to put on it. That's going to be for the next video. But we're going to put a suspension seat post on it. I'm going to put maybe put a thumb throttle on. I'm not sure about this twist throttle yet. I've got a stem extender just to push out my handlebars a little bit further because I think I need just a little bit more room on the bike. And I've got like a little luggage carrier, like a bag with panniers on it. And then I'm going to put like some drink holders on the front of it as well. And then all those kind of cool accessories and a more comfortable seat. And also a bicycle repair kit for my tires. So there we go, Himiway Cruiser, ready to go. And let me show you what we're going to do to it next. All right, guys, I'm back. So I got to admit, I took it for a test run around the block. I mean, this thing's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. So I was doing like under the preset speed. It does like 22 miles per hour right out the box. But we're going to hop it up and we're going to do about 28 miles per hour later on it. I'll show you how to do that. So anyway, while I was waiting for the bike, a lot of stuff I ordered because there's stuff I knew I needed for the bike and stuff that I just wanted for the bike. And since, like I said, I'm kind of bigger than your average dude. I'm like, I don't know, 255, 260 pounds, somewhere around there. Pretty tall, so I need a little bit more room on the bike, right? So I did some stuff. Plus, I wanted to be a little bit more comfortable because I want to be comfortable while I'm riding this thing, right? So here's the stuff that we're going to be installing next time. So I'm going to show you the stuff that we're going to install. So, safety first. We're going to be putting some mirrors on. So it's going to be 2 mirrors on the handlebars. So one on each side, 2 mirrors. It's going to be cool. We're going to put water bottles on the front. So the water bottle is going to mount right here basically. So I've got this bracket. I'm going to have to modify it a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll just do some machining on that. And then we're going to mount 2 water bottles on the front of the bike. So I got my 2 cool dandy water bottles right there. So those are going to be cool. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put an extended stem on it, okay? So I want the ride just to stretch out a little bit more because I got kind of long arms. So we're going to replace the stem right here. That's going to push it out, probably looks like about a good inch or so. So I'm going to push it out. This is also adjustable, goes up and down, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be cool. It's a new stem. This one here, I'm not sure about this. So this is actually a thumb throttle, right? It's just like a thumb throttle, like a ATV, that kind of stuff. And I may put this on, I'm not 100% sure yet. But anyway, so we have a thumb throttle as well, so we'll probably put that on. We'll probably do it. When we do the thumb throttle, we're also going to put new grips on it as well, okay? because the grip on the bike is kind of incorporates a twist grip right now. So you're gonna have to put new grips on it. I got these ones here, they got that flattened surface. I also like the Allen keys on them, so you can tighten it down so the grip won't rotate, you know, while you're riding or if you're standing up or going off road or stuff. So a nice set of grips. So a new set of grips we're gonna put on. And you're also going to put on a suspension seat stem. So this one has like a little sleeve on it so you can do it for different size stems. So we're going to replace this, and this one basically has a shock absorber in it. So when you're riding, it just boop boop, you know, you get a little bit of suspension on your seat, so it's nice and comfy while you're riding down the road. So I'm really excited about this because I'm all about the comfort, right? So that's going to go on. Next item, oh yeah, new seat, nice. It's got like some kind of gel stuff in it. It's like a Sapphires, I don't know who they are, but it's got like a springy thing on the back as well. So this one doesn't have the springy thing. It's a nice seat, don't get me wrong, but I want a nicer seat. So I'm gonna put this one with the springies on it, and I'm gonna have the seat both with the springs on. Oh man, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be like the Cadillac of fat tire bikes, I think. It's gonna be pretty cool. So then we're also gonna put this new lock system on, okay? So we got this lock. Pretty cool. You take it out of the cradle, comes out. So when you lock your bicycle up, I don't know exactly how it works, really, to tell you the truth. But anyway, this whole thing kind of like comes out into a big loop, and you put it on the bike, and it locks it somehow. So I don't know. We'll work that out too, right? When we do it. So we've got a bike lock because I don't want to lose my bike. The next thing going along with the bike lock is this little bad boy. Now this I recommend that you get. For sure, okay, so what this is in this little package, as you can see this little thing in here, this is called a tile GPS, okay? Look how small it is. It's like the size of maybe like a quarter, a little bit smaller than a quarter. It's got like an adhesive on the back of it. You can put it anywhere on the bike, right? So I'm gonna hide it somewhere on the bike. And it's a GPS tracker. So if my bike goes missing, I can GPS track it, and then we'll go bust down the door and get the bike back and put the thief in jail, right? So anyway, so you get this, it's so small, just hide it somewhere kind of covertly, you know, where you wouldn't really notice it. And hopefully if my bike goes missing, I can just track it with my cell phone. We'll call the local law enforcement folks and stuff and tell them, hey man, my bike's at this place here, let's go get it, or whatever you gotta do. Another item we're gonna be installing is going to be our bicycle repair kit. So we got all our tools in here. We got a whole bunch of tools in here. There's a little bike pump even in here, crazy. Some patches for my tubes and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to mount that on the bike as well. And that's going to go probably just underneath the seat. And we're going to put it basically, let's take a look. Yeah, it'll probably go here somewhere. Somehow like this, anyway, it's going to go in here. That's going to be a little bike repair kit. Next item we're going to do, which I'm pretty stoked about as far as going to the grocery store and stuff, is our little luggage bag, right? So we're going to mount this on the back here. This luggage bag is really cool because I have these side panniers, right? So you unzip this pops out, and boom, this like flares out basically. And now you've got all this additional room here. You find the zipper. So you can put all your stuff in here, and this will just kind of sit on the bike basically. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to do this one here too. So when you go to the grocery store or something, and you're going to pick up some groceries, this will be mounted on the bike like so, and these will just pop down, boom, and expand out, and you can put stuff on it. I think you could get like a gallon of milk in here, seriously. And then when you're not using that for that type of application, you just zip it back up, boom, and off you go. It's nice and streamlined again. This thing is really cool. I really like it. Inside here it came with a little rain cover as well, which you can put on as well, high visibility rain cover. So that's cool. And you can put your stuff in here and whatever else you got. Some bungees up here, pockets all over the place, and reflective stuff here. This, I think you can put another water bottle if you wanted to in here. So really cool. So we're going to put this bag on. Other item, safety conscious, right? Safety first. So I got this bike helmet. I'm not a huge fan of bike helmets, but okay, so this is just to charge it up, right? It's just got like a light in the back of it. So this helmet's kind of cool. It's kind of like the least dorkiest one I could find, and that's saying a lot, but you press this button, and the lights come on, right? And you got like a rear light on you. Press it again, it does like a flashing mode. press it again, it does like a different flashing mode and then turns it off, right? So it's adjustable back here. You can tighten it to your head and stuff. Boom, so that's gonna be my bike helmet. So I know it looks pretty good. I know, it's pretty good. And then the last thing we're going to talk about next time we come back are these CO2 inflators, right? I like these. I had these when I was in a BMX and all that kind of stuff a long time ago, but they're just handy. You know, you get a flat tire, you fix it, instead of sitting there pumping it up, you just hook up this little CO2 and boom, blast the air into it, and off you go, right? And these usually work pretty darn well, so I'm kind of excited to see how these go. So anyway, that's going to be in the next video. So I look forward to seeing you guys, and then we'll come back and we'll install all the stuff on the Himiway bike, and we'll take it for a cruise. I appreciate it, guys. And once again, if you could, do me a favor, subscribe, hit that like button as well. It really helps. And also hit those notifications, right? So that way you know when I put another video on. Because like I said, you don't want to miss this one. Then we'll do the ride on, kind of taking it out for a spin. And we got some other videos going. I've got like a new drone coming. We'll do a video of that as well, and some other cars and stuff. Cool. So thanks. I appreciate it. Have a great day. And I'll see you all later. Thank you.